Yo, Broncos country, you ready to feel the ground shake with the latest on our Denver Broncos? Because today, our defense is straight up on fire. We're diving into an epic battle brewing in the secondary, and the name at the heart of the storm is Damari Mathis. This cornerback, who lit it up in 2022, is fighting tooth and nail to avoid being just another face in the crowd of talent on our roster. With Pat Certain, too, commanding like a general, rookies like Jahdae Barron coming in hungry, and Riley Moss locked in as a starter, Mathis is at a crossroads. Either he steps up big in training camp, or he might be saying goodbye to the orange and blue. Can he silence the doubters and secure his spot, or will our secondary roll on without him? Grab that stadium energy, fam, because this video is hotter than a fourth-quarter showdown against the Chiefs. Let's break down this battle and what it means for our team's future. Broncos country, let me tell you something. Our secondary is a straight-up fortress, and that's not just fan talk. We're talking about a group that blends experience, raw talent, and an energy that makes opposing quarterbacks quake in their boots. Leading the charge is the unmatched Pat Certain, too, the dude who just got named the NFL's 2024 Defensive Player of the Year. No joke, this guy's a beast. With 11 interceptions, 39 passes defended, and an unreal ability to erase the league's top receivers, Certain is the backbone of this defense. Picture this. You're a wide receiver, thinking you've got a shot, and then, poof! The ball's gone, and Certain's standing there with that smirk, holding the ball for our offense. He's the kind of player who gets the crowd jumping and screaming till they're hoarse. But it's not just Certain making noise. The arrival of rookie Jahdae Barron, our first-round pick in the 2025 draft, has brought a whole new level of versatility to this secondary. This guy came out of the University of Texas with a resume that'll make your jaw drop. Led the Big 12 in interceptions, racked up solid tackles, and can play anywhere in the secondary. Outside corner, slot, heck, even safety if needed. Analysts are already comparing him to Brian Branch, that stud from the Detroit Lions. From what we've seen in OTAs, Barron's got that hunger, ready to prove he didn't come to Denver to just chill. Tell me, fam, are you as hyped as I am to see this kid ball out? Meanwhile, Riley Moss is holding it down as CB2. After a fierce battle with Mathis in the 2024 training camp, Moss locked in the starting role and hasn't looked back. Dude's fast, instinctive, and becoming a key piece in Vance Joseph's scheme. Another shout-out goes to Jaquan McMillian, our nickel corner, who's playing with contagious energy. He's not just covering well, he's dishing out tackles that echo through the stadium. And don't sleep on Chris Abrams-Drain, who had a solid rookie year in 2024 and is fighting for more snaps in the rotation. Real talk, Broncos country, our secondary is so stacked, it's like a Pro Bowl roster, just with Denver players. But in the middle of this star-studded group, we get to the focus of our video, Damari Mathis. Let's rewind to understand his journey. Drafted in the 4th round in 2022 out of Pittsburgh, Mathis came in with a rep for being a speedy corner, running a 39-second 40-yard dash that had everyone's jaws on the floor. In his rookie year, he proved he wasn't just hype, played 16 games, started 11, racked up 65 tackles, 54 solo, and defended 7 passes. That season, he looked like the future of our secondary, a guy who could grow alongside Certain and form an unstoppable duo. The fan base was hyped, and for good reason. But then 2023 hit, and things fell apart. That year, Mathis struggled to adapt to Vance Joseph's more aggressive defensive scheme. His physical style, which relies heavily on contact, started causing issues. He was too grabby, drawing penalties that cost us crucial yards. Plus, he missed key tackles and got exposed in coverage. The result? Riley Moss, who was waiting for his shot, took over as CB2, and Mathis was demoted to a backup role. In 2024, things got even tougher. He basically vanished from the defense, playing more on special teams than in the secondary. He was in on just 20% of defensive snaps, mostly handling punt and kickoff returns. For a guy who was once a starter, that's a cold bucket of water. Now in 2025, Mathis is facing the most critical moment of his career. The Broncos' secondary is more competitive than ever, and new faces are only cranking up the pressure. Jahdae Barron, as we mentioned, is a direct threat for snaps. Mario Goodrich, coming from the UFL and looking to prove he belongs in the NFL, is another contender. And don't forget the others vying for practice squad spots like Reese Taylor, Quentin Newsome, Jaden Robinson, and Joshua Pickett. Every one of these guys is dreaming of a roster spot, and in a group this talented, any slip-up could be costly. It's like a 100-yard dash where only the fastest and smartest survive. So, police, what's the situation with Mathis? Why is a guy who showed so much potential in 2022 struggling to stay on the roster? First, his style. Mathis is a physical corner who loves to use his hands to catch the ball, RS, and fight for every yard like it's a war. But in today's NFL, refs are quick to call pass interference or holding, and those penalties are killing him. Second, missed tackles. In 2023, he had a missed tackle rate of nearly 15%, which is way too high for a starting corner. And finally, the competition. With Certain, Moss, McMillian, Abrams Drain, and now Barron, the Broncos' secondary is so deep it's hard to justify snaps for a guy who's not on their level. But it's not over for Mathis, Broncos country. He's still got strengths that could keep him in the mix. His speed is elite, and he's shown he can handle physical matchups against bigger receivers or tight ends. Plus, his special teams experience is a plus. He was a tackle leader on returns in 2024, which could help his case for a roster spot. And here's the kicker. Cutting Mathis would save the Broncos $3.4 million, but it also makes him an attractive trade piece. Teams like the Los Angeles Rams, who need secondary depth, have been floated as possible destinations. Our GM, George Payton, has a good relationship with Rams' GM, Les Snead, so a trade isn't out of the question. What do you think, Broncos fam? Can Mathis turn it around in training camp, or are his days in Denver numbered? The preseason is make or break for him. If he can clean up his game, cut down on penalties, and show that controlled aggression we saw in 2022, he might win over Sean Payton and Vance Joseph. But if he stumbles, the competition's ready to steamroll him. It's like a clutch third down play. He's got to make it happen, or hand the ball to the other team. Meanwhile, the secondary as a whole is being pegged as one of the NFL's top 3 for 2025. With Surtain leading like a true All-Pro, Moss holding down CB2, McMillian owning the slot, and Barron bringing versatility, the Broncos are set to wreak havoc. Imagine this group facing off against Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, or Joe Burrow's air attacks. It's the kind of defense that can turn games into nightmares for opponents. But with this much talent, someone's going to get left out. Can Mathis reinvent himself, or will we see him in a different uniform soon? And it's not just the secondary getting us hyped. The Denver Broncos are heading into 2025 with a different kind of energy after a 9-8 season in 2024. With Bo Nix showing promise on offense and the defense holding strong, the fan base is feeling like this team could make a run in the AFC West. But for that to happen, every piece of the roster has to be on point. Mathis knows it, and training camp is his shot to prove he still belongs. So, Broncos country, are you confident he can bounce back, or are you looking at the rookies as the future of our secondary? Yo, Broncos country, if you bleed orange and blue like me, you can't miss a single play from this team. Subscribe to the channel now to stay locked in on all the latest news, breakdowns, and stories that make our hearts pound for the Denver Broncos. Hit that red button, ring the bell, and get ready to live every moment of this season with us. Let's ride to the top of the AFC West together. Who's in with the Broncos, fam? Real talk, fam. I still see a spark in Damari Mathis. The dude's got elite speed, grit, and he's shown he can make big plays when he's on, but he's got to polish his game fewer penalties, more consistent tackles, and a "I belong here" mentality. If he brings that to training camp, he could be a valuable rotational piece or even a trade chip for, say, a receiver or O-line help. But if he doesn't deliver, I think George Paton will prioritize the future with Barron and Abrams drain. What's your take? Would you give Mathis another shot, or is it time to move on? So, Broncos country, what's the play? Would you trust Mathis with the ball on a crucial third down, or are you already eyeing the rookies as the next stars of our secondary? Drop a fire comment below, because we want to hear from the Denver Broncos fam. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your fellow orange and blue diehards, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, let's go all in, because this is Broncos country.